me and my brother started out really obviously like living together when growing up, and I got influenced by his music like you do with older siblings, and he was into people like Kraftwerk, he had Autobahn, and he was also into like prog rock as well, like Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple and things like that. And I think it's like the world opened up to me. Also, we had a lot of parties, my mum's cousins, and they were DJs, and one of them played Tamla Motown music, and the other one played a lot of Trojan reggae. So I had a really good background that way. My dad, he was like really into film soundtracks, every Sunday morning blasting out everywhere. There was a real sort of love of music in our family. Our peers were like the Prodigy, Underworld, you know, people that were just doing things at the same sort of time really. There weren't any like big DJ, no, it wasn't like superstar DJs at that time. It was just dirty, dingy little acid house clubs that were just like smoke, strobes, boom, acid house, that's what you get. That's why we got the torch glasses were from, you know, so we get invited to play at these things, and they were like dirty little corners, you know, and sort of, you know, we'd play. And we couldn't see anything, so that's how the development of the torch glasses. It's because like, we need to see, do you know what I mean? We really need to see, and we found these things in New York actually. Space age gifts worth $5 for a packet, you know, packet of these things like that. And we customised them and put straps and mag lights to them, and then sort of strap to strap around the back, and that was it, boom. You know, we could just pure practical see what we're doing at dirty acid house clubs. Coming over to the US, we normally have banks of huge, big, it's Macbeth, it's called M5, it's huge, but we can't really bring it to the US. For the US, we have whittled down to as much as we dare, basically. Now, you know, we've had to sort of substitute some of like the Macbeth, we've had to substitute some of the sounds with software synthesizers, and then you use a controller, basically. The way the software synths and controllers have advanced, you know, allows you to do that. You don't need, you know, you don't necessarily need it. It's just a preference. Do you know what I mean? For us, we're doing it that way now as well. When we play live, we're using Ableton as our main brain. You know, any audio clips have taken the place of the sampler, with the MIDI clips that we're sending that MIDI messages to. Like we've got the 909, that's always been with us. The 909, you know, you can't beat a real 909 sound. We just love that sound. You know, you can get emulators and stuff, and they're great. They're good, but to us, every 909 sounds different. It really does, because we've had one stolen and we've had another one, and it sounds completely different. So we've got this thing called a Griid on iPads now, which is just basically a remote control for Ableton. And basically all the parts are broken down on individual buttons, basically, all the parts there. So what that allows us to do is improvise with the structure of the song. You can perform it, you're feeding off the audience, and if they're enjoying a bit, you can sustain it for another 16 bars, take it away and bring it back. And so that performance is that performance that one night. You know, we play the same songs, and we've still got certain routines within that songs that you will hear, do you know what I mean? Like certain moments, like that's the chorus. But, you know, the actual performance is definitely a performance for that night, which you're feeding the energy off of the people, and they play a large part in how we play. We record every show. We make mistakes, and you think some of them are lucky mistakes, and and you put the drums in for something else, or you might bring a breakbeat in that was for the next track by accident, and it sounded really good. And there's a track called Satan that we made up in about 1990, and we've nearly always had it in our set, and that has just developed and developed just through a bit of boredom playing it, and we sped it up and then half-tempered it like drum and bass, you know, and stuff like that. And then when dubstep came in, oh, look at that juicy fat dubbers that they're doing. Oh yeah, let's chuck some of that in Satan. Do you know what I mean? And that's just like developed and developed into into a track now. We've actually renamed it Beelzebub. It's basically, it's a remix of Satan, but the two are so, you know, warranted a different name basically. That is a perfect example how over the years that track has just come with us and developed, and you know, you hear a new sound or something like dubstep or something like that and you go, oh, I want a bit of that. How do you do that? Do you know what I mean? And it's the, oh, yeah, it's sort of vibe. You've got to feel it. I mean, me and my brother split up Orbital because we weren't feeling it anymore. We were like, you know, we were in a really good position, and it was like, we came up with tracks and it was just like, yeah, do you know what though? Do you know what I mean? We weren't feeling it really. We were expressing ourselves, but it wasn't good enough, you know. And I would say stick true to yourself really. And it's very easy to get caught up in being a techno. Oh, I need that piece of equipment, and then if I've got that piece of equipment, then I'm going to make it. And if only I had that. It's really, really easy to get, especially when you look in the techie magazines and read all the reviews. It's like, oh, you know, you dribble at all this. It's like porn, isn't it? You're like, oh, look at that. Oh my God, look at the latest native instrument sort of bit, you know. Yeah. But you don't need that. Do you know what? Don't get caught up in that, because that's not, a tune is a tune. Do you know what I mean? And that's the essential thing. We get inspired by the flavour of the month, and like I said, oh yes, get a bit of that juicy dubstep in there, you know. But don't do it because you feel you have to, because that's what the kids want. Be true to yourself and express yourself and do what you want to do, because that comes across in your music.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. Become a part of our community and make music.